How you doing, everybody? Tonight, I'm here to talk to you about Theo Epstein. No relation to Juan Epstein. Who is Theo Epstein? Well, he's the GM of the Boston Red Sox, and he needs to be fired. Not because of this season and them losing yesterday, and because I don't blame him. I blame one person. A man from West Newbury, Massachusetts, who in a little over a month will be returning to the ring in Boston, Massachusetts. A man that was a Boston fan, but all of a sudden, yesterday, Sunday, says he's a Tampa Bay fan. I'm talking about John Cena. But let's get back to Theo Epstein. He needs to be fired because it all started when he fired Manny Ramirez. Okay? I mean, honestly, who cares if Manny shoves a 64-year-old traveling agent, I think his name was Jack McCormick, to the ground? I mean, he's 64. He should be retired. He really shouldn't be, a traveling agent. I mean, you want to travel, fine. Don't be a traveling agent. You're 64. Fucking retire already. You made enough money in this sport. Okay? You know? Now don't get me wrong. Theo did help the Red Sox win 2 World Series in the last 4 years. Okay? But, he practically traded away the Red Sox chances of winning a World Series this year and being successful in the future. Why? Because when they won the World Series, he got rid of everybody. I mean, trading away Manny Ramirez is like trading away Babe Ruth. And where did that get you? Where? Now don't get me wrong. Ruth was 10 times worse than Ramirez. I mean, think about what he did. He ate hot dogs and drank beer during the game. Guys don't do that now. He was smoking cigars and fucking 18-year-old hookers every day. Manny Ramirez didn't do that. And if he did, I don't think he would have the kind of game that he did have. Now, yeah, it can be argued that, Manny didn't play hurt and he complained a lot and at times he acted like a kid. Well, most of the time. But when he didn't, he was a Red Sox, I mean, think about if Wade Boggs ate chicken before every game, so he could say he's not, Manny Ramirez. I mean, it's like saying you don't want Wade Boggs in the Hall of Fame because he ate chicken. I mean, it's like saying you don't want Bill Lee, who smoked pot in the bullpen, in the Hall of Fame. It's just amazing because most people didn't like what Manny did in games. Same thing with Joba Chamberlain, which we're gonna get into later. But you gotta hate the owners and this and that. And guys that did that still went into the Hall of Fame. Who was that? The guy who hated ownership and management? Ted Williams. And, like I said in other videos, Manny Ramirez is just a right-handed Ted Williams. Now, had he not been with them, they wouldn't have won back-to-back AL championships. I can tell you that straight out. You know, but you know, I mean, Jason Bay, look at him. You know, he's another fucking guy. You know, Matt Holliday is another name. You know, great players make themselves look good because they are good. You know, you had a guy like Bay, and let's see, I'm gonna try to remember this. He played great, and he was on a mediocre team. Pedro Martinez, with the Montreal Expos, went 44 and 28, had 701 strikeouts, a 3.03 ERA, one Cy Young Award. Yeah, this guy fucking Theo Epstein just needs to be fired. I mean, pitching wins games, plain and simple. And Ramirez was a great pitcher. Epstein fucked it up, and I can tell you right now, if Manny Ramirez was still on the Boston Red Sox, they would have won that game. But they didn't. Why? Because Theo Epstein is an asshole and needs to be fired. Thank you, I'm Frankie Love. Peace, I'm out. And by the way, Ren and Stimp, that one was for you, brother.